right now. Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, powered by FanDuel Sportsbook.
All right, thanks a lot, Ken, and thank you for tuning into the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, powered by FanDuel Sportsbook. And you can give us a call on the Borders and Borders hotline at 412-575-2600 is the number. We're going to be talking about the Bucs. They start their season tomorrow night in St. Louis for a 3-game series. The Penguins had a scrimmage tonight. They have one more scrimmage before they leave for Toronto in the bubble. Still no news about Sidney Crosby. Did not play in the scrimmage tonight. We go on the other side over there to 93.7 The Fan Studios with my co-host tonight, Andrew Fillipponi. And Pony, are you worried?
Richie?
What's up, buddy? Are you worried about this Crosby situation right now? I mean, I heard Rutherford say that he's not worried. He thinks all the guys are going to play, but the fact that he didn't play today, he hasn't practiced really in a while. Is this something more serious than they're leading on? I know they can't say anything, which I think is ridiculous, by the way.
No, because Rutherford, I think, would just do his own thing, and he's brutally honest. He tells it like it is. And so for him to say that it's not a big deal or it's nothing to panic about or freak out about, I put more emphasis on that than really I would any other GM in town, because Colbert plays it very close to the vest. My goodness, Ben Cherington, he's gun shy or afraid to give you anything. I don't know if it was because of the Boston experience up there with the Red Sox media or whatever, but he says absolutely nothing. So when Rutherford says, guys, calm down, I do pay extra attention to it, because I think Rutherford would say, Richie, the heck with NHL policy. There is something here that you need to think about. So.
All right, speaking of Ben Cherington and the Pirates, Bucco Fever starts tomorrow. I know you're on the same page with me here that I kind of liked what the Pirates did, keeping some of these younger guys on their roster of 30 right now, unlike 25, but they can keep 30 right now. Cole Tucker makes the team. Phillip Evans makes the teams. Jason Martin makes the team. I want to see what these guys can do, because we already know what Gerard Dyson can do. We know what some of these other guys can do. Let's see if these guys can produce. I want to see Cole Tucker play.
So do I. Now, Phillip Evans, I hate to burst your bubble on him, Richie, but he's terrible. Okay, he comes from the Mets organization. I got a little bit of a familiarity and scouting report on him. I don't think there's anything there. Not that the Mets are exactly, world beaters, but he's a guy to me that really is not going to bring much to the table. As far as the youth movement goes, this whole idea now, Richie, that they're going to let 8 teams into the playoffs, I hope that doesn't trick the Pirates into thinking that they need to play Gerard Dyson, they need to keep Derek Holland in the rotation, and they need to continue to placate these veterans because, hey, we're in it, we got a shot at this thing. The heck with that. Blow it up to build it back up, and that's why I hope they're miserable this year. If you're a Pirates fan, there's nothing wrong with being okay with losing baseball, because you hope that that's where they get their great players to build up their farm system and actually become a championship or a championship competitive team like they were from 13 to 15 all over again.
I've said on this show in years past, Pony, and I don't know if you agree with this, but the Pirates for so many years here recently, not before that, but they've just been in the middle of the road. Average
that's the worst
team.
place to be.
Exactly.
That is the worst place to be. Now, it's a little bit different now because average will get you into the playoffs this year. 30-30 will almost guarantee you a playoff spot. But I posted this hypothetical, Richie. What if they're 13-17 at the trade deadline and only a game out of a playoff spot? What do? The fans will probably say go for it. But you know what? I wouldn't.
No,
I
you're
would
4 games
Kella.
out of it. You're 4 games out of it.
Right.
You can't go for it then, right? You'd be 4 games under 500, 1 game out.
No, I know. Right, that's what I'm saying. 4 games under 500, but only a game out of a playoff spot, which is conceivable. 14-16 might be the 8th spot halfway through the season. And if that's the case, I still would say don't trick yourself. They tricked themselves into thinking they were for real, and they traded for Chris Archer. You know what I mean? Like, they got to commit, to your point, they got to commit one way or the other. Are they rebuilding or are they going for it? They're obviously not going for it because the only guy they signed this year, for this year, is a 36-year-old center fielder who's a total journeyman.
Yeah, and average gets you average draft picks, too. You see teams that completely tank. They're just like you pointed out with the Astros and teams that are rebuilding. You need to really stink and be in the top 5 for a couple years to be able to get good players, right? You don't know what you're going to get at 20.
Now, once you get those players, you got to do what the Royals did, and you got to do what the Cubs did, and you got to do what the Astros have done, and that's, sign guys, or in the Astros case, make big trades for Verlander and Cole and Greinke. And you got to spend some money, but you got to build the foundation. Richie, they don't even have a foundation right now.
No.
If the Pirates are a house, they've got one couch, that's Josh Bell. They got a couple, maybe a styrofoam container of Chinese food in the refrigerator, and that's about it. I mean, they're basically Spartan living. They don't have much to work with. They really don't. They've got maybe Brian Reynolds. We'll see what he can do. Bell, a bunch of 4 and 5 starters. I mean, there's not much. There's a reason why Huntington got fired.
Yeah, they don't have a TV. They don't have a dining room table. They don't have air conditioning. They might not even have heat. They got a couple things. That's it.
Right.
All right, we're going to take a break. Back with more of your phone calls. Coming up next, 412-575-2600 is the number. Coming back in 2 minutes.